Good morning. Respected Sandeep Verma sir, Sri Kunjilal Meena sir, Ajitab Sharma sir, CEO Pune Sanjay sir, Srijit sir, Mohammad Ujale sir, respected dignitaries of the dais, officers from the urban local bodies, other departments. First of all, I would like to thank Economic Times for organizing this Urban Mobility Summit in Jaipur. Thank you very much for Karthik ji and the whole team of the Economic Times. Ajitab sir and KL Swami sir has elaborated in detail about the urban mobility issues and the challenges faced in the urban transportation sector. I would just like to focus upon the importance of the urban mobility and the challenges faced especially in Rajasthan and the efforts done by some of the initiatives taken by the government of Rajasthan. As we all know that we need the sustainable, reliable and environment-friendly urban transportation in the cities. So we, in the last couple of years, you have seen that the focus of the national government as well as the state government has shifted to this sector, which was unattended a decade ago. The carbon emission, pollution issues and the urbanization issues is a big challenge. In Rajasthan, as we know that we have the 240 municipal bodies having a population of approximately 2 crore. And gradually the urbanization is happening at a very fast pace. And as per the prediction by 2050, around 50% population of the state would be living in the urban areas. That is a big challenge. Globally also, as per the World Bank report, around 60% population would be living in the urban areas by 2050. And we have the issues of the pollution. In Glasgow summit last year, our country made a commitment of net zero emission by the 2070. For that, we have to, as we know that the emission part, around 1/5 of the emission comes from on the transit routes. Similarly, energy consumption, around 1/4 of the energy consumption comes from the transit routes. So this is a very important sector in which we have to focus upon. I would like to focus on the 7 key pillars of the urban transport in which we have to, I think that in today's discussion, many new ideas would be coming from the very dignitaries and experts. The 7 pillars would be first that these systems should be environment friendly. Second, the energy efficient. We should focus upon energy efficient transport systems. Then this should have the technologically updated transport mechanisms, financially viable transport mechanisms, and there should be a robust policy mechanisms at the national and state levels to support the urban transport systems, and the capable governance institutions regarding the transport system, be it the transport companies or the other. Suppose we have around 6 transport companies in the Rajasthan, and we have the Jaipur Metro Rail corporations. Then there should be a inclusiveness in the urban planning about the transport system. So these are the 7 pillars on which we need to focus. And the National Urban Transportation Policy of 2006, which was updated later on, also caters to the most of these 7 pillars in which state governments and the municipal governments and national governments should work upon. Environment friendly, as we told that our target about the reduction of the emissions and the net zero by the 2070 would happen if the new approaches to the urban transport sector are incorporated. Like we are moving towards the EV vehicles at the fast pace, ethanol related things, and the hydrogen fueled technologies are also coming across the globe. These are some sectors in which we have to think upon. Then the energy efficient sectors, the new technologies across the globe and at the national level also, the mechanism should be so that the transportation sector should have the efficient energy systems and the reduction in the fuel consumption systems. And technologically also, over the years, many government missions and schemes have focused upon the integration of the technology in the urban sector, like integrated transport management systems, with the introduction of the incidentate command control centers in the smart city missions. Like we have the 4 smart cities in Rajasthan in which there is a provision of the integrated command and control systems to how to manage the traffic and parking systems and the smart element of the transport systems. That should be also a part of this. And the 4th pillar is financial inclusion, how to make the urban transport, or especially public transport, financially viable. There should be the specific models we can learn from the globally best practices, like as sir has suggested that the Singapore has done some of the road pricing mechanism, and Europe has, in the European countries has also done some of them. So we can learn from them. The involvement of the private sector, PPP models, these are some of the models in which the financial viability of this sector should be discussed in detail. And the next pillar is that there should be a robust governance institutions. We have the transport companies, like 6 transport companies. There was a thought of having the one joint holding companies, or as sir discussed about the UMTA, UMTA. So robust governance institutions, how to develop them, what is the best model. It may not be, copy paste from some other state or some other country, but according to the local situation and needs, some designs would be made of the institutions which can cater and sustain the urban transport system in the state. And there should be a robust policy mechanisms. We have the National Urban Transport Policy 2006, but at the state level, we can need some customization. There have been deliberation and discussion on this issue, how to make the policy things more robust, more sustainable, and having all the elements upon that. Then the urban planning. The urban planning till now have been focusing more on the land use patterns instead of the transportation needs or the other things. So urban transport system should be integral part of the urban planning. And over the years, in the last couple of years, we have made this one of the essential component of the master plans and the zonal development plans. Because as a perception in the public, urban transport means just focusing on the vehicles or on the roads, but it also should have the components of the housing part, the public utilities part, and the amenities, how to plan for urban areas. These are some of the essential parts, should be essential parts of the urban transport in urban planning. So I would just like to say that these 7 pillars are the essentials and key pillars on which the urban transport system relies upon, and I'm sure that in today's deliberations by the dignitaries, and we can learn from some of the experts that how to move ahead, and we are hopeful that this conference and the deliberations by the experts would provide insights which would pave a way for the better, reliable, and sustainable urban transport in Rajasthan. Thank you very much, and once again I thank Economic Times for this summit. Thank you very much.